All right, so I've had some issues with power in my FX50 here, and the most oddball thing ever. Uh, so I was assuming that everything that was attached to the battery was fine. I tested the power of the battery was good, so I still had the issue back and forth again. And this is the cover for the positive terminal that was on the battery. And the first time I took it off, no issues, everything, was connected, not a problem. The second time I took this thing off, literally the whole positive terminal lifted up. So that's my issue for sure. So I'm gonna attach that the way it should be, making sure that that's not moving off, and then seeing where to go from there. But sometimes the most straightforward issues essentially resolve themselves. All right, so that terminal that you saw earlier, I tightened it in a capacity that it will not actually come off. I would never have guessed in a million years that would have been the issue, but I did a quick fix on that and just gonna start the car, see if there's any issues as far as losing power. But it wasn't my battery. The battery was replaced in May 2022, so only a few months old, and that's fully charged, no issues there. But it was a terminal, so the thing I'm kind of scratching my head with is that happened the last time the vehicle was serviced. And the last time it was serviced was when it was at the dealership. So when I drove back from Massachusetts back to Virginia and did not have any issues, it was by the grace of God that nothing happened as far as that battery being disconnected as I was driving. So it just goes to show, when you find an issue, make sure it's thoroughly resolved and make sure you understand what the issue was to begin with. In this case, it was just a simple maintenance issue as far as just a checklist and making sure that everything is tightened up before you close stuff off. All right, got to wear my sunglasses today because 3 simple small tools restored my vehicle from having no power. And what were they, you ask? Well, first off was a piece of wood. Second off was might be a 10 millimeter wrench. And third, a voltmeter. Those 3 things restored power. So instead of actually having to get a vehicle tow or to worry about any horrendous bill at the mechanics, I was able to address that myself. So gotta wear the sunglasses because the future's so bright. I gotta wear shades.